He always believed that the worst betrayals happened suddenly, like a door slammed in your face. But when his happened, it didn't slam. It unfolded quietly, like a curtain being pulled back on a scene he was never meant to witness. Ethan met Laura 3 years earlier at a friend's birthday party. She had a spark, not loud, not chaotic, but warm, steady, like the glow of a candle in a dark room. They fit together almost too easily, and within a year, they were living together. By the second year, they were engaged. By the third, wedding planning consumed their weekends. Or so he thought. Every Friday, she would pack a small overnight bag, kiss him on the cheek, and say she and her maid of honor needed to visit potential venues outside the city. Well, compare menus, see the decorations, negotiate contracts. Shed explained with a smile that was tired but excited. At first, everything made sense. Weddings were stressful. He trusted her completely, but trust is only trust until it becomes blindness. The first strange moment happened on a random Tuesday evening. Laura had left her laptop open on the couch, and Ethan moved it so he could sit down. A calendar notification blinked. Reminder, call with hotel, confirm suite for two. He frowned. Why would she book a suite for two? She mentioned sharing rooms with her maid of honor, but they usually book double rooms. Nothing fancy. Curiosity nudged him. He clicked the email. There it was, a reservation, for the exact weekend she was gone, at a luxury boutique hotel known for romantic getaways. The room name made his blood pause. Honeymoon loft suite king bed. Maybe the venues were offering sample stays. Maybe this was some kind of promotional package. But then he saw something else. Guests. Laura Bennett. Daniel Reeves. Daniel? His best friend since childhood. His best man. His pulse thickened. His thoughts scattered, crashing into each other like broken glass. It had to be a mistake. A glitch. Maybe Daniel booked it for himself and she was only added because she was coordinating something. Maybe. Another email notification appeared at the bottom of the thread. He clicked it. A message from Daniel. Short, unfiltered. Can't wait for this weekend. You promised we'd talk about telling him. Whatever happens, I want you. Ethan didn't drop the laptop. He didn't scream. He didn't even blink. He simply read the message again, slowly, as if the meaning might change on the second try. It didn't. His fiancée, his best friend, together, on their wedding planning trips. For a long moment, he didn't feel anything. No fire, no devastation, just an unsettling, hollow quiet, like someone had scooped the inside of his chest clean. Laura came home an hour later. She kissed him, laughed about the traffic, started talking about possible wedding colors. He nodded, smiled even. Inside, something cold was lighting itself like a fuse. For the next week, he moved carefully, silently, studying everything. Not because he wanted revenge, not yet, but because he wanted the truth. Every detail. He checked her messages. He checked hotel confirmations. He checked her photos sent to the cloud she forgot he had access to. The pictures were subtle, not overtly intimate, just small, incriminating pieces of a much larger betrayal. A shared drink. 2 robes in the background. A reflection in the window where Daniel's hand rested on the small of her back. It was enough. But Ethan didn't confront them. Not verbally. Not emotionally. Not immediately. Instead, he planned. Very quietly. The weekend approached. Another wedding planning trip. Another lie. Another chance. On Friday afternoon, Laura kissed him goodbye. Wish us luck, she said. We need to finalize the venue contract. He wished her luck. But this time he followed. 3 hours later, he sat in his car on a hill overlooking the hotel's courtyard, watching through a telephoto lens, watching the lie unfold in real time. At 7:14 p.m., he saw Daniel's car pull in. At 7:16 p.m., the two of them met beside the lobby's golden lights. At 7:17 p.m., they kissed, not hesitant, not confused, not accidental. A practiced, familiar kiss. Ethan didn't shake. He didn't cry. He didn't exhale. He simply lowered the camera and stared at the hotel, knowing this image would be burned into him forever, unless he used it to build his freedom. The next morning, while they were still tangled in their stolen fantasy, Ethan executed the final part of his plan. He packed his important things. He removed his name from the wedding contracts. He canceled the venue reservations. He contacted the landlord and arranged to move out. He left copies of the photos, messages, and hotel receipts on the kitchen table, neatly arranged, like evidence in a courtroom. On top of the pile, he placed a handwritten note. I hope the two of you find the honesty you never gave me. He left his engagement ring beside it. He left his key beside the ring. And he walked out of the apartment without looking back. Laura and Daniel returned Sunday evening. The neighbors heard shouting, then crying, then silence. But Ethan didn't hear any of it. He was already gone, to a new apartment, a new life. A new beginning that wasn't built on someone else's promises. He didn't block their numbers. He didn't respond either. The messages came. Apologies, explanations, desperation, confessions, regrets. He read none of them. He didn't need closure. He created his own. Weeks later, when a friend asked how he stayed so calm through all of it, Ethan answered quietly, "I realized something. If they could lie that easily, then leaving had to be just as easy." And it was. Because the strongest exits aren't loud. They're decisive. They're final. They're quiet. And he chose quiet, but powerful.